dam is low and the grass is long. Color on their roof is wrong. Dirt beside the shed is gone. It still feels like home.
Hi, I'm Nelly from Woodvale, Victoria, Australia, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello and welcome back to my home. Today we're going to talk about my power system, and I have Andrew from Click Control here today. Andrew originally built my system back in 2004, wasn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, I think it was about that.
Yeah, a long time ago. And Andrew's going to talk to you today and explain to you how my solar system works.
Hi everybody, my name's Andrew Morrill from Click Control Systems. Click Control Systems is an electrical contracting business, started back in 1999, and we started getting into the solar probably about 2004 when we did your system, and still going today. Still do grid connected, standalone systems, hybrid systems, generators, all that sort of stuff. So a long time ago when we did a litres system, a lot's changed since then, but back then I think these are only about 165 watt panels we put on the roof there. So there's 4 lots of 16 panels up there. It comes to about 3 kilowatts I think in total is what we've got there. So the solar panels on the roof, sun shines on them, they produce DC electricity. That DC electricity is then channeled down into the inverter, which is in the shed behind us here. So we'll wander around and have a look at that, and then we can explain a little bit further how this system works. So they've got their inverter and all their controls stored in this shed here. It's good to have them out of direct sunlight and the weather, because like anything electronic, the cooler you keep it and the more you keep it out of the weather, the longer it's going to last. Now this inverter is a very old Xantrax 3 kilowatt inverter. They don't make these anymore, but it still works. It's been doing a great job. So the DC comes from the solar panels, which you can see pipes coming down from the roof up there with DC cabling in it, comes down into the inverter. This then channels this will then charge the batteries. There's a battery bank we'll look at on the other side of this wall. And once the batteries are full, this will then send AC power over to the house, or through, there's a main switchboard in here, which has got circuit breakers and switches, and this then sends power over to the house. So when the sun's shining, producing power, this will turn the DC power into AC power, and then they can plug appliances in the house and run the fridge, the freezer, kettle, all that sort of stuff. It will also, once the batteries are full and the sun goes down, the batteries then take over. They then supply DC power into here, which converts to AC power to therefore run the house. So it's quite a smart but simple system. You can get a lot more elaborate nowadays than what they have here, but this works for them. They have a generator, backup generator just outside, which is an automatic start one, and it cuts in if they draw too much power in the house that the system, the panels and the batteries can supply at the time. The generator will cut in automatically and just top them up so that everything keeps running. The generator also will charge the batteries if we don't have enough sunshine, which in winter here we can get days where you might only get an hour or two of sunshine a day, which is not enough to run the house or charge the batteries. So therefore the generator kicks in automatically and tops it up. And it will also, sort of once a month, you have to do maintenance on your system. So a leader does an equalise test on the batteries, or a specific gravity test of the batteries to make sure that they're all holding their charge. And you may have to do what they call an equalised charge once a month, once every 3 months, or whenever it's required, which is just an overcharge of the batteries to bring them all up into balance. This is just maintenance. If you're going to live off grid, as they do here, you need to maintain your system. The better you look after it, the better it will look after you. And they've done a fantastic job because, as I said, there's been minimal problems with this system. It's just been ticking away beautifully. They haven't overused it, and they've looked after it. So credit to the owners for making the effort. They're quite a substantial investment, so it's worthwhile learning about your system and maintaining it. That's pretty well how this system works in a nutshell. There's a lot more detail we could go into, but that covers the basics of a standalone solar system. Back again, this is the battery bank. So they're all connected in series to give a 24 volt system, DC system. And these are your cables that come through from the other side, and there is a sensing wire as well, which senses temperature and voltage, all kind of stuff. As I was talking about before about equalising the batteries, these are wet cell batteries, so they have fluid in them, so you actually have to test the specific gravity of them, which is getting a hydrometer, which you push into the battery. It gives you it sucks some of the fluid out, gives you a reading, and you need to keep that reading all within the tolerance of each other. If that starts to the readings get out of balance, is what I'm looking for, one higher or much lower than the other, then you have to do an equalised charge, which is an overcharge of the batteries, and then they all should settle back down to equal. And then that's how you work out that's how you balance your batteries so that the specific gravity of them is all the same, all within tolerance. So these are fairly old batteries, but still working quite well. There's a lot of the newer batteries in systems now are lithium, which give you a lot more charge and recharge cycles, but they also create a lot more heat. There's pros and cons with them as well, but they're the way of the future. I think going forward, the lead acid batteries will probably fall by the wayside, but who knows when that's going to be. Okay, we're back inside now, and as you can see, they have just a normal circuit breaker board, same as you would find in any domestic dwelling. It's got a main isolator, it's got safety switches, and it's got circuit breakers. So once the power comes from the inverter into the house, everything works just as it would in a normal household. The only difference is they are limited to how much power they can use. They're limited by the battery bank and the solar panels and the size of the inverter. They also have a remote monitor here, which gives them temperature of the batteries, state of charge, so they're at, I think it says 96%, and they're saying at 50 degrees because it is quite warm out there today, so the batteries do run quite hot. But it's just an add-on feature so that you don't have to wander out to the shed to check your state of charge and how your batteries are doing. Nowadays, you can do all this online on a computer. There's web-based systems and all kinds of stuff, so you can get a lot flasher, but again, this is tried and tested. It's still ticking away after a long, long time. It's a good system.
I'd like to thank you so much for coming out today and explaining my power system. It's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for your time today.
Not a problem. I enjoyed it. It was good, and it's a credit to you for looking after your system so well and getting the longevity out of it.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you again soon.